an immigration bill. This has really been described by the president and by Republicans and Democrats as a humanitarian crisis. Can you in good conscience leave town without this being settled?
Well, I would say I don't think so. In fact, I don't think we'll need to. I'm optimistic that we're going to reach an agreement. I went to the border last weekend, and we went through 2 days of intensely on the ground, and a night to frame it, another day to start it up again. And we've seen a lot of this. And I've looked some of these children in the eyes, and some of the mothers in the eyes, and the Border Patrol officers down there. But
have you looked your colleagues in the eyes? Have you looked the president in his eyes? Have you looked at the Democrats in the eyes? I mean, have you looked the American people in the eyes? Because we're all waiting.
I have looked more colleagues in the eye in the last day than I have in the week prior. And there have been many of those kind of discussions. So we went into conference today. Once there was a realization that votes were not there to pass the bill, then it went into the meltdown mode. And we had a family discussion. It started out with some humor, and it got intense in there. But I stepped up to the microphone and I said, here's what I'm willing to do. I'd offered an amendment last night before the Rules Committee that would have fixed this bill that needed help. It was turned down by the Rules Committee. Then, therefore, the votes there to pass the bill. And we've just come from the negotiation meeting now. I broke out of there a little early to come here, Greta. And I can say this, that we're at this stage now where I think we get an amendment to the bill that fixes the OTM language that was problematic, so that we
OTM meaning what?
Oh, the other than Mexican language that treats other than Mexican children the same way we treat Mexican children.
In the 2008 law.
Fixing the 2008 law. I had written that fix about 5 weeks ago. I didn't introduce it because I didn't want a vehicle for the Gang of 8 in the Senate, but language very close to that is agreed to. It's called, we're going to call it the Carter-Aderholt Amendment. And then I wanted to address the asylum language. I think that's going to be too difficult to get that done. But
so you'll still, even with the asylum language, you can vote for it tomorrow?
I think if the amendments that we agreed to as I got up from the table are written and drafted in the fashion that I understand, I think I'll be able to stand up and publicly say, I will support the amendments that are offered and I will support the final passage of the bill.
Okay, so you need 218 votes, at least the Republicans do, to pass this. In the event there aren't 218 votes tomorrow, will you stick around town until we finally can resolve this?
You know, I don't know if we get this thing done on the Senate side, but for me, I'll either stay here or come back.